All right, I'm gonna talk about why I deserve or why I should be looked at to go to Streamer University in the big 2026. Now, reason why, I've been on this, I've been on YouTube for about 5 years, no real success. Um, 21 now. Uh, very early on in my life, I believe I discovered YouTube, and that's all I ever had. You know, I didn't watch TV. We didn't really always have cable. If y'all know cable, yeah, we didn't always have cable. It wasn't always YouTube, Hulu. It wasn't all that shit back in the day. So I always just had YouTube to watch, videos on it. I remember watching like OG Minecraft videos and shit. Like the whole items don't even look the same, and it was that and like Pokemon content for the most part. That's what I watched when I was a young kid, and now I've grown up to where YouTube's literally my default. If I want to watch something, I'm like, oh, let's see if I can find it on YouTube. Oh, let's see if I can find it here on YouTube. Let's see if this guy has it on his channel. Like I've done almost everything on here, from watching football to games to anime. I watched anime on here, bro, where the screen would be all, it would be all, obviously there was no good quality back then, and then like it was like this in the corner, this was like this was the anime, and then like there'd be like cherry blossoms falling from all over the screen, so it's like distracting, and then like the quality's here, and then the audio would be all distorted and shit, bro. It was crazy, bro. It wasn't perfect, but that's what I had to live with. I remember, I think I watched Bleach, all of Bleach on YouTube, all of it. There was a whole playlist on there that someone had uploaded, and it was all on there. I was like, okay, bet, I'll watch Bleach. Shit, it looked cool, and I was a kid, so it looked cool, and that's what it was back then. And all this has been from YouTube. The person who I am today, from the like the communities I've seen, the way I've been raised, has been from YouTube. YouTube, obviously school, but I wasn't the person who was invited to parties, get-togethers. There was barely any kids where I lived. If they did, they would move away in like a couple months, and like I'd never had a consistent best friend. What I'm saying, I'm sure there are some people out there who've had a best friend since like the jump, but I haven't had a consistent best friend. And so it was always me. I was always me, just rocking. And I had YouTube, what I'm saying, and I always was like, I want to be a YouTuber one day. I want to do something on YouTube. I want to make content. It seems fun, seems really interesting, as well as just want to give back. I feel like I can be someone bigger than I am. Now that being said, when I first started doing YouTube, it was not as easy as people would make it out to be. That's why I have the takes I have about things like 9 to 5 compared to streaming, or just doing content. It almost is a bit of luck, and it's more luck and preparation and just waiting. It's never, no one's ever going to just make one video and just blow up instantly. That's not ever going to happen. Unless you're like the son of somebody or something like that. But if you're just a random ass Joe, like no one knows who you are or anything, and you upload a video, you're not getting views, gang. You're just not, unless you upload something about someone else, you're not gonna get views, and it's hard on here. You know what I'm saying? For a young kid who didn't have everything, I'll tell you what. Most of these things right here in this setup, I have bought myself. I bought this camera myself. I bought this microphone myself. I bought these headphones myself. I bought this mat, this mouse, this keyboard myself. PC was a gift from a friend. These TVs aren't even that great compared to like modern TVs. This desk, it was a gift. But for the most part, all this stuff I've had myself, and even my videos, I've edited and uploaded, recorded all that shit myself. I remember when I had to record from the PlayStation, and then try to transfer it from my PlayStation to my PC, and back then I had the shit PC that's in the closet right there, But it's just been a whole journey for me, and I feel like I'm just ready to take that next step. I want to take that next step. I want to get better. I want to grow. I want to actually see some progression, and it's not for me, it was never really about the money, but at this point in my life, I feel like I'm going to need that money if I want to get somewhere. And I don't want YouTube to be, or I don't want it to feel like or be a job for me. I want it to be something that's fun. You know, this is supposed to be something fun for me and whoever views my videos. You know, I want to have fun with this shit. And I feel like I'll never get to that point where I can just make videos and have fun with it and not really have to worry about super detailed edits and what time I should upload and who's gonna see it and how good this video gonna do. I just don't want to get to that point, because at that point it's a job, it's a struggle, it's and that if it does get to that point, I'm going to hate making videos and I'm gonna hate streaming. You know, I kind of already don't like to stream, because for me, you can stream for however long you want. You're gonna stream to no one, and I hate that. You know, I hate that. So yeah, I believe anyone who go to streaming university, anybody. I just wish I'm one of those people. You know, I feel like the people who shouldn't go to the streaming university are those people who are in it just for money. I feel like people who do it for the love of the game, like me, should just go. Those are people who should go. The people who are in it for the money, I feel like they should, like, they can be looked at. They can come, of course, but I feel like they should be on a lower scale. I want people who want to do content and want to stream and want to provide entertainment for people for the love of the game. You know, for the love of the game, not just for, oh, I want to make 1 million views. I want to do all this. But I know I said that, and I'm also, you know, I talked about money, but you know, I right now in life, low key, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm struggling. Okay, I'm struggling. Okay, I'll just be real with y'all. I'm low key struggling. But even then, I still want to go to streaming university. I still want to, you know, get set on the right foot in terms of content. And who else is better than the GOAT himself, Kai Cenat, you know? So, hey, Kai Cenat, you see this video, please look at me. Please give me a chance to go to streaming university. I'm praying. Please, man. It would literally change my life, bro. And I'm not trying to be a one and done type of content creator. I'm trying to be arguably one of the better content creators. You know what I'm saying? I want to rival Speed. I want to rival Kai. I want to do all that shit, bro. I want to be up there. I don't want to be just some random person. I feel like I have the potential and the passion, potential and the passion to be a top tier streamer, bro. Top tier. So please give me a chance, Kai. Please. Regardless, if you do see this video, thank you. I'm gonna see you next time. Peace.